Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Mikel Arteta says Arsenal defender Kieran Tierney is now ready to explode. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has confirmed that Kieran Tierney is now in perfect condition and ready to go. The Gunners boss shared the news at his press conference ahead of their Premier League meeting with Leicester City. Tierney came off the bench in the 2-0 win over Crystal Palace last Friday amid his recovery from a knee injury, and ahead of Arsenal's first home league game of the campaign, Arteta gave the 25-year-old a clean bill of health. He played 15 or 20 minutes last weekend, and he did really well, the Arsenal boss told the Gunners media team. He's been out for a long time after the knee injury, but he looks in perfect condition now and ready to go. Tierney has been one of Arsenal's best and most consistent players since his £25 million move from Celtic in 2019. However, he has had his fair share of injury problems, and the Gunners really missed him late on last season. This summer, Arteta brought on Alexander Zinchenko as much needed cover at left back. The Ukraine international can also play in midfield, another area Arsenal needed to bolster. Now, the Gunners aren't so dependent on Tierney. This means he can be rested as appropriate. Tierney has also been linked with Manchester City in recent days. However, Arteta said he hadn't heard anything about a potential move for the Scotland international. No, he said, and I'm not going to be commenting on individual cases. Arteta also confirmed that Takehiro Tomiyasu, Emile Smith-Rowe and Fabio Vieira had returned to training. Arteta has just said one of his new signings has played for position in training already. One man who hasn't featured yet is summer signing Fabio Vieira. The midfielder is working his way back to fitness, and Arsenal fans are intrigued to see where he'll fit into things. Speaking in his press conference ahead of Leicester, Arteta has said that Vieira is already showing his versatility in training. I think it's something he will tell us. We are trying him in training with different positions. He's played off the left, off the right. He's played as a false nine, an attacking midfielder. So it's good, and he doesn't want to be locked into one position as well because he's used to it. And that's a really positive thing for us, Arteta said. While it's obvious where the likes of Jesus and Zinchenko fit into this Arsenal side, it's less apparent when it comes to Fabio Vieira. He was signed out of nowhere really by Mikel Arteta and Edu, and while his versatility is a good thing, it might also hinder him at times as well. Vieira should still play a key role this season, and he will get chances, but the Gunners' starting 11 at the moment looks a tough nut to crack, and he might have to be patient. Arteta says Arsenal attacker has suffered an injury. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has revealed that Reiss Nelson has picked up an injury in training. The Gunners boss effectively ruled the 22-year-old out of the Leicester game too. Arteta said Nelson would be undergoing another test and Arsenal would have more information next week. It's a big blow for club and player alike, with Nelson looking to win a place back in Arteta's first team. Nelson had featured and scored for Arsenal team in pre-season. He then made the bench for the Premier League opener against Crystal Palace. The Athletic recently claimed that Nelson may get chances to impress the Gunners boss this season, indicating that he will likely stay in North London. But now, Nelson has sadly suffered an injury setback, with Arteta admitting it was bad news. The Arsenal boss, speaking ahead of Leicester City games, was asked about Nelson. He felt something in training. Football.London quotes Arteta as saying, "We scanned him and the doctor came with bad news. It's a muscular injury. Hopefully he will be back soon." When pushed about a potential return date, Arteta replied, "Not yet. They need to do another test and hopefully next week we'll have more information." Nelson broke into the Arsenal first team in 2017 under Arsene Wenger. He has made 48 competitive appearances for the Gunners, but he has struggled to cement a regular starting spot. Nelson has had 2 loan spells while at Arsenal, at Hoffenheim, and last season at Feyenoord. Mikel Arteta says William Saliba didn't even think of leaving Arsenal. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has revealed that William Saliba did not even consider leaving the Gunners this summer. The young French defender joined Arsenal back in 2019, but he didn't get a sniff of competitive first-team football until last weekend. He spent loan spells at Saint-Étienne, Nice, and most recently, Olympique Marseille. Marseille were absolutely desperate to sign him on a permanent deal, and many reports revealed that Saliba was open to that move as well. However, Arteta has come out and rubbished that claim. He has revealed that Saliba's only intention was to come back and play for Arsenal this season. In his press conference, Arteta said, as per CBS Sports, the reality is he was very convinced and determined to come here. He had no other choice. He never suggested anything else. From the first conversations that we had with him, you could see that he only had one intention, to come here and start to play football matches for Arsenal. When asked about Saliba's age and the possibility that he makes a few mistakes in the Premier League this season, the Gunners boss said, "Mistakes are a part of football at 21 and 35. They are going to happen. The mistakes that we want to happen are, as much as possible, on the training pitch, and if they are going to happen on the pitch, that they don't cost you goals. That's the objective. Inevitably things will happen. I always say, especially with young players and the development portfolio that we have in our squad, you have to pay a bill. That bill is that at some stage they are going to make mistakes, they are going to experience things for the first time, and they have to go through that process." It has been a long wait for Saliba, but when he finally got his chance against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park last weekend, he took it and showed the world what he's all about. The 21-year-old, branded as a fantastic by Brendan Rodgers, was simply sensational against the Eagles. He didn't put a foot wrong throughout the game and deservedly won the Man of the Match award. The worry for Arsenal is that Saliba has entered the final 2 years of his contract. The eyes of some of the biggest clubs in the world football will be on him if he continues to perform like he did last weekend. The Gunners have to tie him down to a new deal as quickly as possible. If Arteta's comments are anything to go by, convincing him shouldn't be too much of a problem. Arsenal boss Arteta admits more squad exit could happen. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta admits more players could be moved out this month. The Gunners have undergone a huge squad overhaul this summer, Arteta said. "Well, we had Bernd Leno and Lucas Torreira, as well as Pablo Mari. There were a few. We had Fuller and Balogun going on loan as well. We have moved the squad a lot, and we are still willing to finalize the squad the way we want it. We could add something great, but there are a few players that we need to find the right game time for as well. At the moment, that's going to be difficult." Arsenal loanee makes League One Team of the Week on debut. Nuno Tavares has made it into the first League One Team of the Week for this season, following his impressive debut for Marseille. League One announced their first Team of the Week in midweek, following the weekend's opening round of fixtures. Arsenal loanee Nuno Tavares made the cut with a 9.2 rating out of 10. It's not exactly surprising to see the Arsenal man in the lineup, as he scored a goal and created 4 chances, including 2 big chances. The Portuguese under-21 international completed 6 of 8 long balls and 3 of 5 dribbles, and he made 2 interceptions and 3 tackles. It was an all-action performance from the left wing back on the day. His 4 chances created were the most by any individual in the match, with no one else making more than 2. His goal was also an impressive right-footed finish, which perhaps explained why he's been so keen to take on every shooting opportunity he's had all year for Arsenal. Tavares also won L'Equipe's Man of the Match award for his debut, as well as the Who Scored Man of the Match award. It was certainly a strong start, and he will hope to keep it going with his first competitive away game for the club against Brest on Sunday. Marquinhos again stars as Arsenal under-21 win at West Ham. Marquinhos again started for Arsenal under-21s in yesterday's 3-2 win at West Ham United. Marquinhos made his second start for Arsenal under-21 coach Mehmet Ali's side after impressing against Manchester United, and it was the Brazilian who would prove to be the match winner once more. Arsenal didn't have things all their own way in the opening exchanges, and the host took an early lead through Kamari Swire. The Hammers midfielder, capitalizing on a Zachawi error to snatch the ball and finish beyond Tom Smith. Arsenal found themselves level almost instantly from the restart, Marquinhos finding space at the back post to head home after James Olayinka's chipped cross at the end of a rounding run. Kyon Edwards almost put Arsenal ahead midway through the half, exchanging passes well with Miguel Aziz in midfield before seeing his instinctive effort cleared off the line in miraculous fashion. Marquinhos scored the second moments before the break, rising well in a crowded penalty area to find the top corner with a glancing header from Charles Saguet Jr.'s lofted ball. Ali's man didn't have to wait too long for another after the interval, Olayinka turning to finish with a plumb pass after a defense-splitting pass from Matt Smith found the midfielder in space in the penalty area. Mippo Odibeko reduced the deficit against the run of play midway through the second half, racing through one-on-one and firing low beyond Smith. Kevin Campbell not getting carried away by Arsenal's interest in exciting winger. Kevin Campbell is refusing to get carried away by the hype around Moussa Diaby as reports link Arsenal with a move for him. The Frenchman is one of the finest players in the Bundesliga, where he plays for Bayer Leverkusen. Arsenal is searching for a new winger, and they tried to sign Rafinha in the last transfer window. The Brazilian chose Barcelona instead, and the Gunners have returned to the market for another winger. Diaby has emerged as their main target in recent weeks, and they seem to be making a lot of progress regarding adding him to their squad. There is so much hype around the Frenchman, but Campbell insists until they come in and impress, it doesn't count. He tells Football Insider, "You never really know until they come in though. One thing we have to know is that Moussa Diaby is very direct and very skillful. He's a real creator. He can go both ways, inside and outside," adding, "Diaby is a good player, but you never really know until they come in. He has been coveted by a few clubs. Mikel Arteta and Edu do their homework." Campbell's reaction to the news is how all Arsenal fans should be about it. Players can be superstars in a team, and when they move to another, they become a flop, which is what happened to Nicolas Pepe. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.